They said it wasn't humanly possible. But now you can have all the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy. It's portable, it's in stereo, and its games are interchangeable. Plus, Game Boy comes with the outrageous new game, Tetris. And for head-to-head competition, use the revolutionary video link and blow your opponent away. Game Boy, only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, portable power.
Hello and welcome to a new LEGO build and review video with me, Paul McJ, and today we have got the new LEGO Game Boy set. So just have a look at this. Set number 72046. It's quite a small set, 421 pieces. This retails for $57.99 on lego.com. Can get it cheaper for about $54.99. So if you look at the box, there's some quite cool features here. So it's the original Game Boy, and it's pretty much the same dimensions as the original. So if we turn the box around, as you can see, we've got the representation of the original sort of LCD display, some of the dimensions. So that's the dimensions of the original Game Boy. And we've got two of the original cartridges. So we've got Zelda, Super Mario Land, and these are the little transfers that you could put in and out to represent the various games. Of course, it's just not a real Game Boy, it's just a, you know, of course it's just a Lego version, and you can slot them in and out the back. So let's open up and see what's inside. Right, so this is what's inside the bag. We've got 5 numbered bags for 5 build stages. We've got our instruction booklet. We've also got this clear plastic bag. I don't know if you can notice this, but you can see the Nintendo logo moving up and down. So they're going to be like the transfer things for the games. Back panel, and we've also got our sticker sheet. Just 2 stickers for this set, which are going to be the cartridges for the 2 games that come with this. So we've got Super Mario Land and The Legend of Zelda. So this is our instruction booklet. Let's have a look inside. Of course, this is an 18+ set, so there's going to be lots of information. Let's just go to the first page. There we go, we've got the features of the original Game Boy. Of course, this is the original 1989 Game Boy. So there's the original buttons on the original handheld console, and where you can insert the cartridges in the back of the original one. And there's the box of the original Game Boy, which is quite cool. Now this is under the Lego version, as you can see the way this is built up. To mimic some of the features of the original game console, and that's how the sort of cartridges are made up, which is quite cool. Some information about the original Super Mario Land game. This brings back a lot of memories, and of course The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Also remember playing this back in the day as well. And you can see some screenshots from the original game with both there, and then we go straight into the build. And then we got our parts listed on the back if you're interested. Well, build stage 1 is quite tiny actually. It's a very small bag full of bits, but do note we've got a printed piece here. Nintendo Game Boy. Out of that clear plastic bag, we've also taken out these 2 elements as well. So that's from the Legend of Zelda games. As you can see, put clearly out of the bag now. Move that up there. and this one from Super Mario. It's a bit more clear. You can see him hitting the question mark and getting a star. That's quite cool. Right, so we just finished build stage 1, and this is where we are. We've got a little funky little stand for one of our cartridges, and as you can see, we've got the sticker on there and the printed piece. This is the Super Mario Land cartridge, so we can take that off there, and you can see the back there. So that looks pretty cool. It's the same size as the original cartridge as well, which is quite cool. And we've got a funky place now to keep our little screen plates, so you can put them in there, and if you haven't got a cartridge in the slot of the Game Boy, you can keep the other one on the stand. That's pretty cool. Right, so we're just starting build stage 2, and we're going to be building the start of the structure of the Game Boy. We've also got, from the clear plastic bag, we've got another cool printed piece with a serial number on it, and we've also got the green plate as well from that bag. No other printed pieces or anything. Bit of a bigger stage, so let's crack on. So we've just finished step 13 in build stage 2, and we've got the back of this back panel starting to take shape. Cool little venting area, and of course we've got that printed piece with the serial numbers on. Right, so we've just finished step 33 in build stage 2, and this is where we are. So we turn this around. So we've actually got the start of the back panel looking quite nice. Just gonna carry on building on the back of this panel. Right, so we've just finished step 47 and also build stage 2. This is where we are. So there's the back of the panel and the actual panel itself, which is the back of the Game Boy. Looking pretty nice. So we're just about to start bag 3, and we've also got some more printed pieces in here. So we've got the printed piece for the headphones. We've also got a printed Nintendo Game Boy piece as well. And other things I noticed in here as well, we've got these sort of bits here, which are going to be for the A and B buttons, which are quite cool as well. So let's crack on. Right, so we've just finished step 60 in build stage 3, and this is what we have here. So we've got this assembly out of system pieces here, and it just fits into this little slot here. It's not held on by anything yet, but I believe it's going to be the mounting system or the control pad. Pretty cool, eh? So we've just finished step 75. We've got this other cool bit here now, which is going to be, we've got the printed selected start pieces, we've got the mock headphone jack as well, and we can just install this on this section here. See that black connection there onto that pin on there, so I'll just do that now. So that's nice and securely in place. So we've just finished step 84, and this is where we are. We've got our control panel on here now, so zoom in here. As you can see, we've got our D-pad. It's quite springy, it's quite responsive actually. Feels like the actual D-pad on an actual Game Boy. It is quite cool. We've got some more printed pieces here. We've got our start and select button as well, of course. And we've got our printed Game Boy piece here as well. Quite impressed that there's only 2 stickers in this whole set, which is quite cool. So let's carry on. So we've just finished step 96. So what we've got is we've got our button setup. These are quite cool. They're quite springy as well. If you look behind, we've got this rubber band that's acting as a springiness. We've got another printed piece here, which is for the A button, and this will just attach onto this here now, so I'll just do that. And here it is attached nicely in place. I've still got all that space for this. Right, so we've just finished step 108 and also build stage 3. This is where we are. We've put the rest of the panel on now, so we've got our speaker section here with the printed piece for B. We've got both our buttons set up, and we've also got these little rubber rings here acting as the select and start buttons. They're quite squishy as well. They feel like the actual original buttons on the Game Boy, which is quite cool. So I'm quite impressed so far with the level of detail that Lego have gone into in the creation of this thing. And it's pretty much looking like exactly the same size as the original as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like when it's finished. So let's move on to bag number 4. Right, so inside bag 4 we've got some more printed pieces. So we've got our volume, so we can see that. And we've also got, wait, it's on the other side. We've got on and off. We've also got our display piece here. We've got a clear plastic window and window frame, which is going to act as the screen as well. So let's carry on. Oh, before we forget, we've also got this last back plate as well. Right, so we've just finished step 126 in build stage 4. This is where we are. There's some more printed pieces in the bag which I missed because they were upside down, but we've got the dot matrix with stereo sound. And we've also installed an on and off switch. So the close was on, now it's off, and now it's on. And we've got this section here which is going to be part of the mechanism to swap the screen and those moving plates around. So let's crack on. Right, so we've just finished step 133 and we've built this cool window piece for the screen. We've got another printed piece there for the battery light, and it just slots into place here, so I'll just do that, and that's slotted nicely in place there, looking quite nice. I think all we have to do now is finish the size off and we'll finish the main Game Boy. Alright, we're on 139 in build stage 4, and just one more step to go, which is just to install this cool plate, back plate. So, but we've also added some more things to the Game Boy detail. We finished the main model now. We've got a volume control, we've got the external connector port, and we've also got a contrast button, which works also. So all we have to do to install the back plate now, we need just to remove this panel and install that in. So I'll do that now. So it's as simple as you just remove this little back plate piece here, you pull this mechanism down like that, and you just simply insert that, push that back up, and then put that back plate back on. Now, as you can see, we've got a really cool effect of that being on. And if we move the Game Boy up and down, I'll see that logo moves up and down, which is pretty cool. Right, so we just started build stage 5. Basically a few final things to do. Just going to build a small stand for the Game Boy, and we also need to build the last cartridge as well. Only mystery so far is this printed piece here. I'm going to clear what it's for. Right, so we have a rudimentary little stand. That's all it is. Hope it holds the Game Boy up. So we'll try it out. To be fair, that stand is quite nifty actually. It's holding it in place nicely. It's connected, as you can see, by a little pin just into that the hole where the phone's printed piece is. Pretty cool. So we've just got the last bit to do now, which is the final cartridge. Right, so the entire build is now finished, and we have our last of our cartridges, which of course is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So we can just slot this into place in the back of the Game Boy. So let's that, and then that should just slot into place like so. Right, so that's now the build complete, and I've also swapped that back plate round as well, so we now have from Super Mario World, Mario, jumping up and down, getting a star. The scoreboard's changing as well. I've also swapped the cartridge as well, around as well. Right, so all in all, I'm quite impressed with this set. I was a bit apprehensive before buying it, even though it looks so cool, because it was only, just over 400 odd pieces. But to be fair, it's made up for it definitely with the features that it does have, and the level of detail that's been put into this. These cool pieces, back pieces, are pretty nifty. We've got 3 of them. Everything is in the same dimensions as the original Game Boy. Cartridges are the same size. The stickers look pretty cool, to be fair. They look exactly like the original stickers on the cartridges. Some nifty little bits of detail. All these scrolling buttons work. The D-pad feels, it's a bit squishy. Up, down, left, right. Feels like, not quite like the original Game Boy, but close enough. Got start select buttons, which are squishy as well. A and B also have a slight springiness to them. And we've also got the volume button on the top, on the side there. We've got our on and off button at the top, of course. We can take the cartridge out of the back. Remember, we can take this back panel off, and we can just take the screen out and swap the back plate for anything else. So I'll just put the original Nintendo back in there. So move that back up. Put the back plate back on. Now it's as easy as that. All in all, this has been a fairly fun project and build. I do recommend you do get this. It makes a fantastic display piece. Something to talk about. Might even bring it into work and try and pass it off as a Game Boy. See how realistic it is, to see if I can trick somebody. Right, that's it for now. I'll see you again on the next video. Ciao for now.